Okay, today we're going to talk about one of the most popular Habitrail cages on Amazon. And we're just going to do a quick 5-minute review here of the Habitrail Cristal. And Cristal is just what it looks like. This is how it came out of the box. Most of the plastic is absolutely transparent other than the base, which is opaque white. And these are the parts that come in it. All the way to the left is the food dish. Then you have the little hideaway cover. You have the clasp for your 2-ounce drinker, and then the 2 end blocks and a ladder. So we're looking at the side here. The lower sides of the clear portion are solid so that you can put deeper litter in it. And these are the wheels. These wheels come with the ovo and other things made by Habitrail as well. They look big enough for a Syrian hamster, and so that means they would be also good for the dwarf hamsters. And it comes pre-attached to the steel wire sides. But I'll go over something about that. When your hamster gets in these things, it's going to be spinning them all the time, usually at night, because hamsters are nocturnal. If it's a gerbil, this is going to be spinning during the daytime. Either way, it's going to bother you by making this sound. I recommend that you use olive oil and that you lubricate that axle, and this is what it sounds like. It also spins easier. And if you have a very small hamster, like one of the robos or one of the other dwarf species of hamster, they will be able to spin this nice and easy. I also recommend that you put it as high on the wall as you can so that it does not interact with the top but leaves plenty of space for bedding underneath. Now on each end of the cage there are these plugs. It does not come with other accessories, so you're going to want to put these plugs in place and you're going to want to block those holes. It's also where in the future, if you get accessories for this or if you're going to connect to other cages, and I recommend that you do, these are the holes that you will be connecting the tubes through. There are receiving divots in the little hole there, and they match up with the ring, and then you just snap the cover on. But as I said before, also this is where you're going to attach elbows, tees, and other accessories to the cage when you expand it, hopefully. Just snap together and that's it. Now this is the interior bedding area. This thing is somewhat softer plastic and it clips on the steel bars on either side. You do have to install it near the top because it's just not long enough to reach straight across in a lower area. So just as the top of the cage starts to curve over, that's where they clip in. You also have this ladder. The ladder spins a little bit so you can pick an angle. You have that amber colored cover that gives privacy for your pet, and clips right in, and that's pretty much it. All these components are easy to wash and clean and remove. So pretty well put together. Steel bars. These steel bars are nice and tight, close enough together for even a very small hamster or a mouse. And this is what it looks like all together. Here's how you open and close it to access your pet. Again, it's up nice and high, and what I do like is they left it deep enough so that you can put nice deep litter in here. Although this thing is kind of small, if you're putting a hamster in it, you're going to find out. I'll show you the dimensions here of the base so you can figure out how many square inches it is. There is the feeding bowl. You want to put the food at the opposite end of the water so that when the water drips in a little bit, it does not foul the food. Here's the 2-ounce drinker that's included. 2 ounces is more than enough because you should be changing the water daily. Even though your pet may not consume all the water, keep your water fresh. Here's the clip that goes into the steel bars and the hole that receives the drinker spout. Again, like I said, 2 ounces. Once you fill it up though, make sure you start with a tissue of some kind or use a paper towel to catch those drips until a vacuum is created inside the water bottle, and then it won't drip into the cage. So you do not want water in the bedding of your cage. So there it is, 2-ounce drinker. Put it as low as you can on the side because I think that is still fairly high off the bottom. You don't want it in contact with the bedding, of course, because then it will just leak in. And notice the food dish is all the way to the right. Keep food and water well away from each other so that they don't get wet. This is the whole setup. Looks pretty good. Now let's put a tape measure on it. How big is this thing? Because a lot of people are concerned about square inches when it comes to different pets of different sizes and activity levels. 9.5 inches wide at the end, 15.5 inches in length. So we're talking about roughly 147.25 cubic inches of floor space. Most people are going to tell you that is not enough by itself. So you're going to want to attach this to other cages and other accessories, maybe a bin. Thanks for watching.